Cody here from Movie Losers, back with another review. That's right, I got a new Apple Watch for my birthday.
Whoa.
Kieran's here.
I got an Apple Watch too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Huh, I felt like I didn't know that. Is it the, this is like the third version?
This is first. I've had this for a while.
Huh.
Thanks for noticing.
It's pretty neat, like it tracks your distance and your heartbeat. Mine's pounding right now.
So much pressure from the channel.
Oh, I meant from...
Oh, from me.
Anyway, I think this is going to be the format moving forward, maybe.
Right.
We'll watch a couple movies, do it in one big video. Nobody cares to watch them anyway. Let's be honest. Except for the big movies. What are those? Like a solo little review, because they're more fun to discuss, and people like to probably watch those more.
Right.
And of course the rap videos.
Oh yeah.
Which we gotta get back into that.
Yeah, definitely get back into.
I'm taking a hip hop class now, so
whoa.
May incorporate some dancing into future installments of the rap video.
Little Chris Brown
series.
Over here. Huh?
Hey, well, you never know. Anyway, so the first movie we saw, well, I saw A Quiet Place.
Right.
You saw Ready Player One. Let's talk about Ready Player One first, because that came out last weekend.
Right.
And, we both saw it.
We both saw it, yeah.
Did we see it together?
We did, yeah. You showed up like a minute before.
Oh, right.
I had to like fight people off to save your seat.
Okay, yeah.
We just saw it like 2 days ago.
I know. Well, it's been going down this week. New job and everything. So.
Right, yeah.
All right, so Ready Player One.
Right.
Steven Spielberg directing it.
Right, yes.
I think I was pretty much immediately turned off by this movie, trailer-wise.
Right, yes.
Last year, when the first trailer started coming out, it just looked like a video game, kind of, which obviously those are the avatars for Ty Sheridan, is that the actor's name?
Right, and Emily Cook.
Yeah, the other actresses in this film. I was just like, it's going to hit on a bunch of, like, I recognize the Iron Giant, and there's a bunch of video game characters in this, I feel like. Not too many, like, on the nose.
Right, so you have, like, the Halo.
Real popular. Yeah, like, Master Chief makes brief appearance.
Right, Tracer from Overwatch, if you play that game.
I don't. See, I'm out of the video game side of things.
Right, see, yeah.
I was expecting Wario or maybe, like, a Wreck-It Ralph as far as, like, recognizable characters go. And I thought that was going to be the movie. Where it was just going to be a bunch of, like, nostalgia thrown in, and I thought it was going to be kind of messy.
Right.
But it wasn't. The narrative was actually... I didn't read the book. Dan got it for me, my sister's husband.
Right.
So it didn't... Yeah, sorry, I never read it. And I gave it to Half Price Books for, like, a dime.
Jesus.
I'm a terrible human being.
You are. Wow.
I kept it on the shelf for, like, 2 years. It never happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was expecting just not the trailers didn't do it for me.
Yeah,
as far as Spielberg directing, I think he's still obviously one of the best. I gravitate more towards his earlier stuff. Raiders, Jurassic Park,
right,
Jaws, things like that. But no, as far as just going in expecting nothing, I had a fun time. It was a little long, maybe, but what'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, you're correct. Like last year when we watched so many movies, we would see Ready Player One and. It was just, it didn't seem like it would connect, and so I kind of went in, like you, just kind of timid expectations, just, we'll see what happens, and overall, I feel like I enjoyed the movie, and, like, maybe that's just me personally, because I am, like, a video game player and stuff, like, that kind of reaches to me a little bit. I did, like, really enjoy it. Like, I felt the narrative of it was pretty well done, interesting, paced well until the end. I felt like it just dragged a little bit at the end. I was just like, come on, let's wrap it up.
The final battle was pretty decent, but there weren't very many. I never felt the stakes so much in this.
Right.
But it felt like it was aimed towards kind of your teenage gamer anyway.
Right.
So it was fine for me, but...
To me, a lot of this movie, I found the real world stuff to be actually far less interesting, actually. Than the Oasis stuff. I was like, who cares about, like, this relationship and, like, this trailer park and whatever. Like, nobody cares. Like, take me back to the Oasis so I can watch them, like, head into, like... Are we doing spoilers or non-spoilers?
We can talk. So, yeah, I can send you to the theater. I'm sure you can, too, to check it out if you're interested, if it piques your interest.
Definitely,
So we'll get into some spoilers now. Go ahead.
Right. So, like, there's, like, I was like, I don't want to be in the real world anymore. I want to go back to, like, you know, the Shining Hotel and everything like that. Like, that was really cool at the beginning of that. I felt it was, like, pretty awesome.
See, that was fun, but it made me just want to watch The Shining.
Right, yeah. But it looked, like, really realistic, though, too. Like,
it did,
it was actually pretty sweet, the hotel and everything. But, yeah, like, I felt like just the narrative of it was really well done. I felt like the acting was pretty sweet, and, like, you know, it all looked very nice. There's just certain, like, dynamics to it. Like, I was just like, come on, like and the race in the beginning.
The race, go backwards. And
like, it was like 5 years and nobody figured out to try backwards. Right. We're just going to keep going and get crushed by King Kong 50
the theme,
times.
like, of you can, like, you can meet somebody online and develop, like, infatuation or a genuine friendship. I believe that can happen. But then, like, the main hero falls in love and, like, the girl with the girl's avatar.
Within 2 days of meeting him. Yeah.
Right, and then, like, she just happens to be really hot, too.
Yeah. She's like...
It just worked out.
Yeah, she was like, you don't want to meet me. And she just had, like, the most minor birthmark ever.
But her hair could easily, like, cover up.
Yeah, exactly.
And even when you look at it, it's like... It just looks like a minor sunburn, if anything.
I think his name was Wade Watts, was the main character. Like, turned out to be the luckiest son of a bitch there ever was.
It wasn't like the Elephant Man. Just two good-looking people that hit it off. And I don't know the actress's name, but she's good in Aziz Ansari's Master of None.
I don't know who you're talking about.
She played in this the buff guy that owns, like, the shop and drives the truck.
Oh,
like the best friend of...
Yeah, H, I think it was.
H, oh yeah, that's the character's name.
That was a good twist, though, at the end, because, like, he, or she, I guess, like, warns Wade, is like, you know, you don't know who you're talking to on the internet, you know, when he's thinking about, like, going to meet this girl. Did, like, any of the references in the movie, like, kind of, like, turn you off to where you were like, this is fucking stupid, like...
Reference it. Give me a specific example.
Like, when he's, like, to me, I thought that was stupid, was, like, the GoldenEye thing. Everybody makes a big deal. It was, like, his favorite game is GoldenEye. And I'm like, come on, like, this is 2045, and you're talking about a game that came out in 96, 97?
Like, it's based on this book that's written for, you know, teenagers, I guess.
Right.
So, like, I didn't expect much from that side of things.
The Buckaroo Banzai thing where he's just, like, you know, putting the suit on and then they dance. Like, I was like, like, come on, like, is this it? Although the fucking sweetest thing in this movie was the Gundam versus Mechagodzilla.
That was cool.
That was pretty sweet. Like, I was like, man, that was, like, awesome.
Yeah, I was wondering what it was going to turn into. Yeah, that was actually pretty neat. Mechagodzilla and King Kong is in the race.
Right.
Yeah, and I was expecting, I guess, again, more of, like, a bunch of just characters like, video game characters we know fighting each other, which would have been cool, but the narrative was there enough to make it a watchable film.
Ben
Mendelsohn, yeah.
He was pretty... I
Director Krennic, as always plays a good villainous role. So, yeah, check it out. Let's score
it. For this movie, I'm going to go probably just, like... I'll go 3 out of 5. It's an average movie. It's probably a little bit higher than a 3 out of 5, but it's still a pretty good movie.
Is that you or me?
It was me, sadly. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, if you got places to
No, sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 3-2. So go watch it if it interests you.
Right.
Or skip it and maybe wait a week, or don't see it at all. We waited. We were just kind of... Well, you texted. I really didn't want to go, to be honest with you. I was laying in bed, watching Planet Earth 2... And I was like...
It was just one of those cold days in the afternoon. I was like, put some sweats on, let's go see a movie.
Mm. We did? Okay, so the next one I checked out...
You checked this one out, yeah.
...was A Quiet Place, directed by John Krasinski.
Yeah. Is it his debut?
Directorial debut? Yeah, he directed some episodes of The Office.
Okay.
I don't think he did any other smaller films, but starring him and Emily Blunt.
Right.
Some kid actors. I think they're all new. The oldest daughter is deaf.
Right.
Like, or partially deaf. I don't know how deafness works. And it's like, I think she can hear, like, I don't know. I should probably have looked that up if it piqued my interest.
Right.
If I was curious about it. But anyway, she was really good. Like, the kid actors were nice, and it's a nice hour and a half, you know, a tight, just solid, I'd say more thriller than horror movie.
Right, okay.
But yeah, if you've seen the trailers, the general premise is this post-apocalyptic world.
Right.
Isn't really a spoiler. A meteor or something crashed and it had like an alien life form.
Okay.
Anyway, it's the creature itself. It's used well in this. It's not, when it's seen, it's not like clearly CGI, at least to me. It worked well for the film. May have been some practicality there, I'm not sure. But essentially, I guess most people on Earth are dead because if you make a noise, it comes after you.
Right.
And so, yeah, opening scene is them kind of collecting supplies. I was kind of getting flashes of Walking Dead, which is a show I still am just, like, sick of it being around. And so I wasn't really, like, drawn in at first, but then something happens to set things off.
Right, okay.
And, yeah, I was kind of just engrossed from there. Not a whole lot of talking, but the direction and the performances, you know, the subtleness of it all really worked for me. Some real tense moments.
So, like, 2 questions then for that movie. One, did the dynamic of just being quiet the whole movie, essentially, did it actually, like, end up working to make the movie better, would you say?
Yeah, for sure. And there was not, like, all the exposition is done via, like, John Krasinski's, like, working on I don't know if he's working on necessarily, like, a plan to figure out how to destroy them or something. It's more like he's working on, like, making his daughter a better hearing device.
Right.
But, like, on his wall in, like, their little farm area, he has, like, posters, newspapers, those things that people used to read.
Right.
Newspaper clippings, and that's where you get all your exposition about, like, what happened, and they say things like, don't make a sound, creatures can hear you.
Right.
But it kind of reminded me of last year's movie, It Comes at Night.
Yeah.
Where with that, like, the unknown was, like, kept that way.
Right.
And that's why it was so intense, and the score. This relied more on the actual tenseness of, are they gonna, like, screw up and make a sound? And again, it opens strong, so the threat you take seriously, and then it just worked. It was just a short, tense movie.
Right, it was 90 minutes, right, roughly?
Yeah, I mean,
that's really
you're in and out.
Pretty sweet.
And yeah, I mean, well performed, directed. There's some, like, I'd say pretty maybe iconic stuff or scenes that would stick in your mind years later. But a promising start for John Krasinski as a director. Emily Blunt, I think, is always a good actress.
Solid, very solid.
And yeah, these kid actors, they were good too.
Awesome.
So, if you're a horror or thriller or scary movie person, looking for something to go see, I'd recommend that for sure.
Definitely. So what would you score it as?
I'd probably go 4.
4
out of 5. Yeah, it was. I usually don't judge, like, horror movies as like, if it did its job of giving me a little fright or, like, keeping me engaged, then it did its job. So yeah, it was interesting. So I recommend seeing it. 4 out of 5. That's it. Did we see anything else in the last, like, month after Black Panther?
I don't know, actually. I don't think so.
I feel like there was something.
You went to go see Wrinkle in Time.
Oh, Christ, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We can review that, too.
Okay. Let's do it. I'm excited because I didn't see this shit.
It was a big pile of dog shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, I don't know the source material, but...
While you're doing this, I'm going to check and see on my Fandango if I've watched anything else.
Okay.
And you can review it. Go ahead.
Alright, so it's based on a book. God knows if it adapted it well, but the CGI is terrible. And I know for a fact it was shot on location in this, like, lake area I visited in New Zealand.
Oh, wow.
And, like, just a waste because they were on, like, I saw behind the scenes shooting of where they were at, and it was, like, gorgeous, and, like, there's so much CGI around it, it just, like, I don't know, even, like, I was like, okay, at least that's gonna be good.
Right.
They shot on location in New Zealand for a scene, but it was just so disjointed, and I didn't think the young actress was, like, that great.
Yeah.
The young boy, I didn't care for him. Actually, all the actors I really didn't care for.
So essentially there was no part of this movie that you liked.
Like, Oprah was a giant, like, god lady, and Reese Witherspoon and Mindy Kaling were, I don't know. I wanted to leave the whole time. And I don't even remember what the whole, like, point of the story was. Like, Chris Pine's, like, screaming, and he is in some kind of time paradox or something. I don't know, across the universe. It was awful.
Do you think this movie was
Terrible.
like build up because it had Oprah and Mindy and Reese Witherspoon, like these huge iconic actresses, kind of?
I think it was more Ava DuVernay directing, and the fact that it was like, I guess, a Disney like property,
right?
Or the book it's based on, I guess, is pretty popular. So
right.
I think that was where the hype lied, and that's why I think it tanked at the box office because it's a property that not a lot of people are familiar with. So you got to have kind of word of mouth and a really like awesome trailer.
Right. The marketing never really kind of hit for it, did it? Yeah.
No, it just like, and what's his name? Zach Galifianakis is in it briefly. Like nothing made sense. It was just like a bunch of crap thrown on screen, and then hope for the best.
Yeah.
It was awful. I'd probably go 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5. Wow.
Yeah. I really hated it. That's the 3 movies we've seen.
Right. So coming up, I guess Rampage next week.
This week
coming, This week coming, Rampage.
And
then we hit Infinity War.
It's a movie tavern. We may see Blockers this weekend.
Oh, I might go see that too.
And then Infinity War in 2 weeks. What's in between? What's in between Infinity War and?
Oh, who knows? Honestly, who?
Anyway, we'll find out on our own time.
Yeah,
on our own time. We won't waste your time anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you have it. 3 reviews. Not gonna edit any trailer footage.
Why? You see us.
I'm not even gonna put posters probably. One, the copyright strikes. They're just ridiculous for even like bigger YouTubers.
Yeah.
To hell with it.
To hell with them all.
Just let us know what you thought of the movies if you've seen them.
Definitely.
And follow us on Twitter and
subscribe.
Yeah. Like. Twitter, Instagram. More Instagram than anything. I like to chat with people on there.
Yeah.
I gave away a free Thor Ragnarok 4K digital code to a person that simply asked.